Ham Radio, it's your boy Tony G, Big Lou, the sports book, every Tuesday night, 8 o'clock. I want to thank everyone for tuning in every Tuesday night. Lots to talk about, lots of trades, there's hockey going on. We got basketball getting ready,
Mhm.
not too far from our playoff scenes. We have March Madness we're on the doorsteps of March Madness. There's a lot to fit into our thing. Let's talk about what happened in the NFL this last few days.
All right, let's talk NFL. Free agency, a lot of movements going on. There's a lot of stuff going and a lot of people, a lot of stuff moving around in the NFL. So what I did, Tony, was I grabbed like the top 10 NFL free agency signings
Okay.
for next season. Okay. I don't know why it took me that long to get that out. But anyway. All right. Top NFL free agency. Okay. First up, we got Tua. There was rumors about him being released from Miami. So
Correct.
Tua gets a 1-year deal with the Atlanta Falcons to back up Michael Penix Jr. because he has those injury problems. So the Atlanta
Yes, yes.
Falcons, yeah, they picked up Tua. He signs a 1-year deal with the Falcons. Um,
And so, as a using him as a backup isn't a bad idea.
right.
Now you don't have to put a lot of wear and tear on him. Um, and if there is a problem, he definitely, he plays the way his style of play is definitely different. So kind of, I mean, I can see that, but I think Miami did the right thing.
Yeah.
I mean, I mean,
Yeah.
I don't think
Because
you can pay him. You know what I mean? He's very injury prone.
right.
And he's one concussion away from retiring.
One away from from ending it all, and Atlanta also have issues with their new franchise quarterback. With Michael Penix, they have
Right.
because uh from what I understand, it's the same injury that reoccurred while he was playing in college. I think it's that
Oh,
same, yeah, it's the same deal. So, but by having Tua there, that's a solid, plug-in piece for them until he gets healthy or until they figure out if, he's going to be their franchise or not. Now, you know what the rumors are about Tua. He's a smaller quarterback. He can't see over the line as far as throwing, but that I just feel like that's a better option as a backup. There are better quarterbacks out there, but for what they're doing now and them believing in Penix, I think that's a good solid backup for them.
yeah. As long as they don't have to use him too long. Like I wouldn't want to have to
Right.
use him for 4 or 5. I mean, he's just like I say, he's got some durable issues. But
Uh-huh.
come in for a game, a half or whatever, I think. And then they got him. I'm sure they got him on a nice cheap deal. Don't know what
Yeah,
the
yeah.
deal is, but I'm sure they didn't give him $100 million or anything. Um,
No.
so okay, what's your next one?
Okay, next one. Now this was the shock of the day to me. Wide receiver Mike Evans released from Tampa Bay. He signs a 3-year, $60.4 million deal with the 49ers. So the 49ers have
Is he?
acquired, and that's a shocker to me. But I know
Yeah, I
he
was
was
I,
worth,
I I was surprised too.
yeah. I know he was worth some money, and I think Tampa Bay did wasn't really wasn't willing to give up the money to keep him there. And but from what I understand and from the way the type of player Mike Evans is, it was probably a mutual departure.
Right.
But I just don't understand why they wouldn't reacquire him. They got a good receiving core without him, but they don't have a great receiving core without him.
Right, right, right. I
And he's
totally
going to do
and
wonders for San
right.
Francisco because of the fact of um with Kittle and McCaffrey, with these guys with these injuries. Um, I think adding Mike Evans, veterans receiver, knows how to work, knows how to get open. That could be better for Brock Purdy as well. It'll be another target that he can get to quickly.
And and here's another deal that I like, and I guess everyone pay attention to. They signed him to a 3-year deal, 36
Yeah.
months. Are all
Hmm.
these deals, these people trying to build, or these teams building, I mean, you're seeing a lot of that, getting away from the 5, 6, 7 year deal for, I mean,
Yeah.
3 years. And after the 3 years, if they still want him, he still wants to be there. Maybe they win a Super Bowl, but it gives you an
Right.
exit it gives you an exit strategy, which I think now with the you just have they have to be on. You have to have an exit strategy. You have to have, because some of these teams are suffering from the salary cap. You know what I mean?
Yeah.
And it
Yeah.
lingers on for years and years, and you're just like, man, you'll never shake back. All right, what's your next one?
All right. Next one. We got your team here. We got the Buffalo Bills. They signed wide receiver DJ Moore from the Bears with a
Yes.
26th fifth round pick. They get okay. They get DJ Moore. They get the 26th fifth round pick in exchange for the 26th second round pick. So the Bears got the second round pick, and you guys got the fifth round pick in the same in the same round
Yeah,
with with DJ Moore to add to the receiving core. So now with
we got a
DJ
real
Moore
number
being
one.
there, that's a better threat. That's a number
Yeah,
one for Josh Allen,
that's a real
which
number
would
one. Yeah,
make
yeah,
yeah,
absolutely.
which would take the pressure off of Marcus Coleman. So now he can operate, and
So
maybe yeah, go ahead, Tony.
I don't mean to cut you off, but I was kind of surprised at this because I was wondering. I was kind of going, well, how come Chicago? Again, Chicago may not want to sign the money. They may be, you don't really know. They're all, I mean, they got a cap to, because I mean, I don't know. We'll see. That's all we could do.
Yeah.
But yeah, it was. I was impressed. I was like, all right, we got a good wide receiver. Let's keep going in the direction, and put some weapons on the table. All right, what's your next one?
All right, next one. This is the one that everybody is shocked about. We got Max Crosby signs he signs to the Baltimore Ravens for a 26 and 2027 first round pick. And the Raiders will be inheriting. Oh, I take that back. He signs for the 26 and 27 first round pick, plus the Ravens will inherit the 3-year, $106.5 million extension that he was due. So the Baltimore Ravens are going to pick that up, but they get uh, the 26 and 27 first round picks for the
Round
exchange
picks.
for Max Cosby. Okay.
So I did. Now this one shocked me too. But then the more I thought about it and thought about what was going on, I thought, good play. You just sold
Yeah.
off because here's the deal: the Ravens are in a need to win now. Lamar, they're in a need to win. Harbaugh's gone. Now it's like,
Yeah.
hey, there's no more excuses. We're building back up the defense. The Raiders, on the other hand, they're not they weren't, like I said, they weren't about to pull a miracle off. Anything's possible, but they were years away. But now, by unloading him, freeing up salary cap, and these
Hmm.
plethora of first round picks, plus
Yeah.
you already had the first round pick, so you have a
Right.
chance to pick up many, 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 many pieces. And so I
Hmm.
felt like, if the Raiders can, this is their opportunity to unleash, what I mean, to really make some good moves and move the team forward. But like I
Yeah.
said, I think it was a win-win on both sides.
Hmm.
But again, the Ravens are in a must win, because if they don't win next year, even though it sounds crazy to be the first year coach, you're going to be going, well, was Harbaugh the problem? Was Lamar the problem? Because there's something
Right.
there's something going on there. And like I said, it's not criticism, just sometimes things don't gel. You know what I mean?
Right.
And
Right.
that's
Right.
definitely um, just kind of one of those things. So what's your next one?
Okay, the next one. The rich get richer. Super Bowl MVP Kenneth Walker III from the Seattle Seahawks signs a 3-year, $28.7 million deal with the Kansas City Chiefs. rich just get richer. Much
Wow.
needed running back. We was just talking about that last week that they need a solid
We
back.
were.
Yeah, and I don't for what
Yes.
reason? I guess I guess Seattle didn't want to. I think Seattle paid the rookie, so they let Kenneth Walker walk
Yes.
because they were sharing time. So now, but that's what Kansas
Yeah.
City
Yeah.
needs is an explosive back. So now Patrick Mahomes doesn't have to run as much. But yeah, and with that, Travis Kelce signed a 1 year, $12 million deal with the Chiefs to run it back one more time.
Okay. Okay.
Okay, so
So the other thing that and like you said, Kansas City picking up that running back, good move, great move. But I was surprised, and I don't know, maybe you have it on the list. You saw you saw Detroit cut one of their running backs. You know, they had the
hmm
2-star running
yeah, I
backs, and
had
they
that on
cut
the
one of
list. Yeah,
theirs.
yeah.
Okay. Okay. Let's go. All right. Keep going. What's your next one?
Okay. The next one after that, I got since Tua went to Atlanta, we got our favorite backup quarterback Malik Willis. He got signed to the Miami Dolphins as their new starting quarterback. 3 year, $67.5 million deal, plus $45 million guaranteed. So they are all in on Malik Willis. From what I understand, there's an offensive coach from Green Bay, plus the GM from Green Bay is now down in Miami, and they
Right.
seen enough in him, so they snatched him up. So now he is QB1 for the Miami Dolphins. Okay.
And again, that's a smart. I think that's a smart move business
Very
wise because
smart
now you
move.
got him.
Yeah.
Yeah, now you got him. I know we're talking like it's not a lot of money, but if you got him for $20 million a year in the quarterback world, that's pretty cheap. You
Mm,
got a pretty good. You got a pretty good deal.
right.
Not in our world, but in their world, the 20 million was pretty cheap. But so
Right.
they Miami did good. I mean, I think that was a good move. We'll see
That
if
was a great move.
he yeah if he pans out. I mean that's the other
Hmm.
thing. He's got to pan out.
Right.
But
Yeah, he
yeah,
doesn't have a
strong.
lot of doesn't have a lot of
Does
starts, but it's a strong arm. And when you watch him play, it looks like he's been there before. It's
and
like he
that's the
makes plays,
difference.
he makes, yeah,
Yeah.
and that's the difference. He makes the job look easy.
Right. Right.
Kind of
Right.
makes
Right.
it look easy in there. Exciting. All right. Um, moving on, we got speaking of Baltimore, their tight end Isaiah Likely. Uh he signed a 3 year $40 million deal with the New York Giants to give Jackson Dart, a check down weapon, so to speak,
Right.
with Isaiah
Right.
Likely, Um I wanted him to stay in Baltimore and be that guy when Mark Andrews leave, but Mark Andrews still got a little bit left in the tank. But I kind of wanted to see him and
Yeah.
Likely do that dynamic duo. I guess they couldn't keep them both. So he gets they let him go. Giants pick him up, and that's another weapon for Jackson Dart.
Good
Uh
move. Another good move. I mean, I mean,
yeah, another good
every,
move by the Baltimore Ravens. Uh I still feel like they need to get some type of shutdown cornerback there.
yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
I still think, but they'll probably do that in the draft. I'm thinking with those picks because
Yeah.
we got some good players coming out this draft.
You know, one thing about the Baltimore Ravens that all right, um, you got Henry. He's a stud when he's going. Lamar can throw the ball. There's no doubt he can run. He throw the ball, but there's a lot of time that offense just doesn't have it, and teams are
Yeah,
just and they get thrown off their they get thrown off their game. It's like, well, you've been running every week, and this week we're going to pass the ball. You know what I mean? Like you're
yeah,
changing up. I kind
yeah,
of see what I see why, but it's kind of like when they lost to Kansas City in the playoffs. They had dominated the run, get to Kansas City, and he starts trying to throw the ball 40 times, and I
yeah.
was like, but that's not
Because
what you did to get here.
right,
I
because
don't
they
know. I don't
because
know. I
it's
don't
up
know if
here.
Harbaugh. Yeah. See, I don't know if
Yeah,
that's Harbaugh. I don't know if that was
so
what.
we don't
And
know if
you
it's
got to go to the
Harbaugh
coach.
or yeah. I get you. If it's
Yeah.
Harbaugh or is it Lamar wanting to beat Patrick Mahomes with his arm? You don't
And
have
that
to beat Patrick Mahomes at playing quarterback. you need to beat Patrick Mahomes. You need to beat the Kansas City Chiefs. You don't need to
Yes,
beat Patrick Mahomes. You need to beat the Chiefs. And the
that's
way
it.
to beat the Chiefs is to play at your best and execute the plays, get the points up.
Right.
Don't make it a Patrick
I agree.
Mahomes thing. Yeah.
Yeah. All
Okay.
right. What you got next?
Okay. Next, I got okay, we talked about David Montgomery going to Houston in a trade. You know, they got the 26th fourth rounder and the 27th seventh rounder
Right.
and offensive lineman Juice Scruggs. That's what Detroit got for the trade with David Montgomery, which they need because Tank Dell is also an injury prone running back. And with David Montgomery being there, he's probably going to be RB1. Then you don't have to run Tank
Yeah.
Dell as much, and there'll be a
Right.
good dynamic duo in the backfield. Okay.
Yeah.
And
I mean, good move. Good move. They got
yeah,
good stuff for him, and they weren't going to pay two running backs. They already got a stud. I mean, they were great together. I mean, it was cool. They had two bad to the bone running backs, Detroit. But one's gonna if one gets paid. You know what I mean? It's like, hey, we got to move people around. We can't afford two high end running backs. I mean, that's. I mean, not when we need so
right,
many other things. All right. What
right,
else you got?
right. Okay, last two. We'll end it off with the Cowboys and the Saints. I'll do the Cowboys first. The Cowboys signed edge rusher Rashawn Gary um,
Okay.
with a fourth round 2027 pick from the Packers. So they get the edge rusher from the Packers for a fourth rounder for the 2027 fourth round pick. And last but not least, I got the New Orleans Saints who signed running back Travis Etienne. I think he played for the Jaguars. Am I right?
I believe
Travis
so. Yes.
Etienne. Yeah, they signed him to a 4 year, $52 million deal. Um, Now I do not like the. I'm gonna get this out real quick, and so we can move around. But now I do not like the fact that they released Cam Jordan to the fact that because I feel like there's certain players that you just take care of. You know, he's been ambassador for that team since day one when he walked in that building, and has been a captain and has been an example of how you come to work, how you play. He instilled that in all those players. Sometimes, sometimes to win the game of football, you got to have certain people in that building that set the standard, and you pay for that. I think you pay for that to set the standard for your future. You know, I think they could have worked something
Right.
out with him, but they let him go. And when they let him go, I had to relinquish my so Saints fans, troll me, do whatever you gotta do, But I can't I can't go on I can't go on being a fan of this team if they're gonna let their heart and soul of the team go. I just can't
Did
do
he go
that. So
anywhere
from
else?
that,
Did he go
um
anywhere?
not yet. I haven't heard anything yet, but I'm gonna keep us. I'm gonna stay on the lines, and if anything pops up, I'll chime in during the show. But yeah, I had to relinquish my fandom. Had to turn in my fan card, take all my Saints paraphernalia, and just sit it to the side. I can't support a team that don't support the heart and soul of the team. And you guys can troll me or do whatever you got to do, but I'm a free agent out here now, so I'm going to be a free agent next season, and then maybe I'll choose a team after next season. But next season I'm a free agent, so I'll be fair to all teams except for the
So
Saints.
let me. So then we got. There's another one that wasn't on your list. Um,
Uh-huh.
was Kyle Murray? He's going to the Vikings because I
Oh,
know.
no, that
Yeah,
wasn't on my
yeah,
list, but I saw that because I got
yeah,
I got the NFL scrolling in the background, but
yeah.
I did see that where it popped up about Kyler Murray going there, but I
Well,
didn't see where it was.
we knew they were gonna go their separate ways. There was
Right,
no
right.
point. I mean, I don't know. He may have caught a bad rap. I don't know, but everything that he didn't want to learn the playbook. He liked to play video games. It
Hmm.
was just a lot of stuff. That's
Yeah, a lot of
you
lot of
know
mental focus wasn't
we
there.
so it wasn't right, and and that all could be a total lie. But it's
Right.
been that story's been told uh,
Hmm.
more than once about him, and lack of commitment. Um, Again, he had a couple decent years there, but then he was hurt, and then they've never really done anything. And I don't know if the Vikings. I hope the Vikings get him cheap because I wouldn't pay top dollar until he proved himself. You know what I mean? Until he proved that he
Right.
was, he was about being on the team. And he's not going to start though. Let me see,
No, I don't think so. I think they
because
still,
they got
for now, they still have JJ McCarthy listed,
yeah,
I think listed
he's the
as the start.
yeah, because he's gonna back him up. And what's funny is Minnesota went through some quarterbacks. One went to the Super Bowl and won. The other
Hmm.
one just happened to have what I mean, there's been some stop, and so now they're I don't know. He's got a lot. Has a lot of injuries. And like I said, at times Murray looked really good, but a lot of times just wasn't. I don't know. It's just something wasn't there. And like I said, you could blame the coaching staff for maybe the setup. He may go again. He may go over to Minnesota and excel because, like I said,
Hmm.
you watch the history of Sam Darnold, and it's like, okay, you know what I mean? I mean, they put him in a good position. Um, he didn't have, I mean, just everything to kind of built the team around what his strength is, not on his weakness.
Hmm.
Added a great defense, and I mean, the way they played and the way he played, they can win another Super Bowl. There's no, and he didn't have to play. It wasn't like he threw for 8,000 yards or anything like that. He just played good fundamental football all year. That's all they did. It wasn't anything high profile in it. It wasn't none of that. It was just good, clean football with very few
Yep.
mistakes,
Yep.
not a lot
Yep.
of interceptions, not just that, just all that. And so, I mean, Kyle Murray, we'll see. He'll be going to he'll be playing in the dome in Minnesota, and we'll have to see if they'll have him keeping it all together. Yeah, it was a very busy week. A lot of people were making moves. I mean,
Hmm.
it's still not over
No,
by any
it's
means, and
it,
it'll be
right.
interesting. Yeah, it'd be interesting to see with the drafts, and I hate watching the mock draft. It's just like, what are we talking about? What if I give you a
I
pizza
know.
and $40, yeah, like it's just. I mean, there's this mock like this could happen.
Right.
It could. I mean, anything could
Yeah,
happen.
yeah,
I was
anything
just
could happen, but
yeah. It's like
are
we got an
you
hour show on this. And the mock, I mean, just it goes back and forth. And
just on
I
what
just was like,
our show or what might or could happen?
could happen. Could
Yeah.
Mike could, Mike could.
Might could, or
Um,
let's play out these scenarios and get our for that.
yeah. I'm really to be honest with you, after the first really, I don't know, after about 40 minutes into the draft, I'm kind of
Yeah.
you've already seen the number one, the number two,
Right.
I mean, you kind of already see people making moves. But at that point, and I always say this, it means absolutely nothing because until they get on the field, we don't know. We don't know. We
Yeah, we
don't know
don't know.
anything.
Right.
Yeah, it's just like I said. You look at Brock Purdy, and you look at um, you look at our geez, the quarterback that was almost irrelevant. It's got 6 Super Bowls. You know what I'm saying? You look at that guy.
Right.
They and there
Uh-huh.
was a lot, I mean, there's been a lot. There's been a lot of great quarterbacks picked, but it just things happen. But you still got to play the game. You know what I mean? At the end of the day, you got to play the game. You got to come to practice. There's injuries,
Hmm.
just many different things. And this year they got some games. That's another thing to watch. On your sports betting, they got some games. I think one's in Rio de Janeiro. Um, there's going to be another one in Europe, and all those are like huge because that's a lot of traveling. Um, I'll tell you one thing: the NFL. I don't know if it's a good thing, but they're really pushing football down the rest of the world's throat.
Oh yeah, yeah. They are doing their due diligence to try to make this a global sport.
Yeah, so that
Yeah,
I mean, it's all about money, more advertising. You know what I mean? If you got,
of
you know,
course.
you
Yeah,
could sell advertisement in London or,
Global
De
dollars is
Janeiro,
always yeah.
yeah, global dollars. So they are really putting, uh, definitely putting the work in. I don't know if it's great, you know what I mean? And I guess if they, I don't know, I haven't looked at the schedule. Like if you're playing Rio de Janeiro on Sunday, I would hope both teams would have a bye the next week.
Oh,
Because
of
if
course,
not,
absolutely. Yeah,
you know,
that's
if
gonna be
not, by the
terrible.
time those are big flights, a lot of time zone, because they only got so much time, one way or the
Right.
other. Yeah. So that being said, just stuff like that. I don't know. I mean, I know they're working it out. I don't. I care. I really don't really care. I mean, I don't want to watch an NFL game at 8 o'clock in the morning. You
No,
know what I'm saying? It's
that's right. Right.
yeah. You know
Take
that's
that yeah, that I'm always gonna watch the replay of those games.
yeah. It's like I mean, if I just so happen to be up or I'm not busy doing something, you know, it's just like 8 o'clock. I mean, but I get it. I get it. It's all about deal. Look, guys, we're almost about time to wrap up our show, and we still got a couple more minutes. So remember to reach out to us on the sports book or KM Radio's Facebook page. Again, if you have any kind of events you need announced, anything you want advertisement, you can reach out to us. We'll hook you up with the right. They do advertisement. You need a DJ, they got a DJ. It's whatever you guys need. It's all on the sports book, through the sports book, through KM Radio, digital, biggest station in the land. But yeah, everything's been going pretty good. You know, it's just been grinding it out. We got basketball. I think these playoffs are going to be it's going to be really something. I really think we're going to
Gonna be
see
pretty,
there's some
pretty
because that's
exciting.
that. Yeah, yes, I think we're going to see because there's a lot of great. You know, I mean, I mean, like I said, you got Boston and you got Detroit and you got Denver, you got OKC. And there's a bunch of other teams that you can't
Hmm.
look over, and it's definitely going to be really good playoff act. And we got man, like I said, we are on the cusp of March Madness. We are. Let me
Yes.
see.
Yeah, I think we're like a couple of weeks or
Okay,
maybe a week away, couple of weeks away. Or a week away rather.
something like. Let me see. We're about 9 days. Yeah. It runs from March 17th. So we're close. We're close. Next
Yeah.
week we'll
We're
be.
getting close.
That's always a great time. Get some long shots in there and win some money. All right, guys. Again, I want to thank Big Lou. I want to thank everyone at KM Radio that makes this possible. Love you guys. Don't forget to tune in every Tuesday, 8 o'clock for the Sports Book with Tony G and Big Lou on KM Radio, where we go ham.
Hell.
Oh, um,